The Quran has repeatedly spoken about the miracles of past prophets and reported extraordinary deeds from them, considering some of these acts as evidence and signs of their truthfulness in claiming to be prophets and messengers of God. However, throughout the entire Quran, you cannot find even a single instance where a miracle is explicitly attributed to the Prophet Muhammad. That is, it is not stated that this prophet also performed a miracle. Not only is such a thing absent from the Quran, but on the contrary, more than 10 times in the Quran, requests are mentioned that the opponents and enemies of this prophet made, saying, "We will not believe until we see a miracle." This person must also show miracles like the previous prophets so that we may understand that he has come from God. However, the Quran did not give a positive response to any of these requests. The only miracle that the Quran mentions as evidence and a sign of this prophet's truthfulness, and the only thing it presents as proof that his words are from God, is the Quran itself. The Quran has explicitly repeated several times, "If you doubt that this book is from God, then bring a book like it, produce a scripture similar to it, or even bring a single chapter similar to its chapters. And if you can produce one, then this man is not from God. But if you cannot, then this is a sign and proof of his truthfulness." This sign that the Quran presents as the criterion for this prophet's truthfulness corresponds exactly with what we discussed earlier. If you remember, when we examined how to recognize whether a person is truly a prophet of God, we concluded that instead of looking for miracles and considering strange and extraordinary acts as evidence of prophethood, it is better to pay attention to the content of his message and determine through this whether he is a prophet of God or not. What the Quran now presents corresponds exactly with the same method that we identified through rational analysis and examination as a more reliable approach. However, there is a problem and ambiguity here. This claim that the Quran makes relates to which aspect of its content? That is, when the Quran says you cannot bring anything like it, in what respect should it be similar? The verses that address this matter do not specify which aspect of the Quran cannot be matched. Some have said the intention is eloquence and rhetoric, meaning you cannot find speech more beautiful and eloquent than this. Some have said that in terms of the depth of meaning and sublime content, this book is unparalleled. Some have considered prophecies and predictions as its miracle. Some consider the scientific points expressed in the Quran, which were beyond the knowledge of that time, as evidence of its truthfulness. Some have spoken of the numerical structure of the Quran as miraculous. But which of these is truly the miracle of the Quran? Has the Quran itself not clarified what it means when it says that nothing like it can be produced? Or has it presented another aspect? To examine the Quran's claim and understand what it means by being miraculous, we must first understand the subject and the purpose of this book.